Have you ever felt like you've been overlooked your entire life? Like you were hidden in plain sight while others were celebrated, elevated and chosen? Not because you were weak, not because you weren't good enough, but because something inside you was simply different. You didn't belong in the spotlight then, because you were being prepared in the shadows. You see, when God chooses someone, he often hides them first, not to punish them, but to protect them, to shield them from the noise, from premature praise, from the pressure of performance before the soul is fully ready. And if this resonates with you, if your life has felt like one long season of waiting while others ran ahead, this is your sign that the hiding is over. God does not hide what is broken. He hides what is powerful. Think of Moses and raised in Pharaoh's palace, but then hidden in the wilderness for 40 years. Think of David, anointed king but sent back to the sheep pasture. Even Jesus, the Son of God, spent 30 years in obscurity before he stepped into the fullness of his calling. The pattern is clear. Hiddenness is not rejection. It is refinement. You weren't being ignored. You were being grown. In the silence, you were learning discipline. In the darkness, your faith was maturing. While the world didn't see you, heaven was watching closely. And now, the time of hiddenness is coming to an end. You feel it in your spirit, don't you? That gentle stirring, that holy discontent. It's the call, the whisper, the moment of unveiling, the appointed hour. But here's the thing. When the hidden ones emerge, they do not come out like everyone else. They carry a fire that the world cannot define, and a grace that the enemy cannot contain. You were hidden not because you were unworthy, but because the world was not yet ready for what you carry. And perhaps deep down, neither were you. There's a danger in being seen too soon. Exposure without foundation leads to collapse. Elevation without endurance leads to arrogance. But now you know who you are. You've walked through the valleys. You've tasted both hunger and humility. You've let go of the need to please people. And you've learned what it means to walk alone with God. And now, he's calling you forward. You will no longer need to explain yourself to those who never saw you. You will no longer need to shrink yourself to make others feel comfortable. What God hid, he is now revealing. What he protected, he is now positioning. You are not coming to compete. You are coming to complete the assignment. The world doesn't need another copy. It needs your original obedience. Understand this. When God hides you, it's never because he forgot about you. It's because he was working in you something so sacred, so weighty that it could not be rushed. The hidden season is where your character caught up with your calling, where your roots went deeper than your dreams, where your foundation became stronger than your fears. And now you're ready. You may not feel ready, but readiness in the kingdom is rarely about feeling. It's about faith. Faith that what he began in you, he will complete. Faith that what was whispered in the dark will now be shouted from the rooftops. Faith that what the enemy used to try to bury, you will now become the soil from which your destiny blooms. Don't be surprised if your elevation confuses people. They didn't see your midnight prayers. They didn't hear your secret cries. They don't know what it cost you to remain faithful when nothing around you made sense. But God knows, and heaven remembers. When God raises the hidden ones, it's not to make them popular. It's to make them powerful. You see, God doesn't need stars. He raises servants. He doesn't need influencers. He seeks intercessors. The ones who bowed in private are the ones he now trusts with influence in public. Not for vanity, but for victory. Not for applause, but for impact. So walk boldly. You are not here to fit in. You are here to stand out. You are not here to mimic. You are here to lead. Your scars have stories, and your silence has strength. The very things you thought disqualified you are now your credentials. The pain that once paralyzed you is now your platform. This is the season of the revealed ones. The season of those who've been tested, tried, and trained in the hidden places. The ones who didn't chase the light, but became light in the darkness. You are not emerging to chase relevance. You are emerging to reflect eternity. And while others built platforms, you built altars. While others built brands, you built trust. While others chased fame, you chose faithfulness. And now heaven is rewarding what only heaven saw. You won't need to force your way forward. Divine doors don't need to be kicked open. They open when God says now. And this is your now. This is the shift. This is the unveiling of everything that was once misunderstood, misjudged, and underestimated. People will ask, where did you come from? And you'll say, from the fire, from the waiting, from the wilderness. You were hidden for such a time as this, not to be forgotten, but to be formed. And now the hiding is over. This is why God hid you, to preserve what he placed inside you. to prepare you for the weight of what's coming, to protect you from distractions, detours, and destructive praise. But now your time has come, not for comfort, but for calling. Not for popularity, but for purpose. You are the answer to someone's prayer. The breakthrough someone has been waiting for. The voice someone needs to hear. The light in someone's tunnel. And you didn't arrive here by accident. You were carried here by grace. So don't minimize your story. Don't downplay your anointing. Don't apologize for the oil you carry. You paid a price for it. Heaven paid a price for you. You were never hidden to be forgotten. You were hidden to be revealed at the appointed time. And that time is now. Welcome to the unveiling. There will be moments ahead where the enemy tries to whisper that you're still not enough. That the hiding was punishment, not preparation. That you're stepping out too soon. But you must remember this. God does not make announcements without intention. If He has declared your season, no force in hell can cancel your purpose. Your emergence is not a coincidence. It is a divine declaration. And while others may question your rise, you will not owe them an explanation. Because what God did in you, He did in secret. And what He is doing through you now is sacred. You don't need to justify your favor. It's the fruit of your obedience. You don't need to explain your authority. It's the evidence of your surrender. The world may try to put you in a box, to label you, to measure your worth by their limited standards. But heaven already approved you. You were hidden in His hand, not to be restrained, but to be refined. You were tucked away in divine obscurity so that you would rise in unmistakable clarity. This clarity will be uncomfortable at times. You'll begin to see through things you once tolerated. You'll outgrow environments that no longer carry your anointing. You'll walk away from people who only knew you in your wilderness and can't handle your promised land. That's okay. Your calling doesn't require their confirmation. And make no mistake, this new season is not just about visibility. It's about responsibility. You've been entrusted with something holy. You carry the fragrance of someone who has walked through fire and come out unburned. The kind of authority that can't be faked. The kind of wisdom that can't be Googled. The kind of peace that can't be shaken. You are no longer who you used to be. And though some may still address you by your past, they are speaking to a ghost. You have been resurrected, rebuilt, remade. Your hidden season gave you heaven's language, and now you will speak life into dry places. You will step into rooms that once rejected you and be the answer they didn't know they needed. God is not just revealing you to the world. He is revealing Himself through you. This is not about spotlight. This is about surrender. It's about living so yielded that His glory flows through your life without obstruction. Your gift may have drawn attention, but it is your surrender that will draw transformation. The days of shrinking back are over. The days of second-guessing are behind you. The fear that used to paralyze you has no place in this chapter. What you once viewed as delay was actually design. What you thought was denial was divine strategy. You are now stepping into alignment, where the timing of heaven meets the readiness of your soul. The journey won't be easy. There will still be battles, still be moments of doubt. But now you know who you are, and more importantly, you know whose you are. The hiding wasn't just for protection. It was for identity, so that when you emerged, you would never again be confused about your worth, your voice, or your mission. You are not who the world said you were. You are who God says you are. And He says you're chosen, set apart, marked, called. He didn't just save you. He's sending you. And when God sends, He goes with you. So walk forward, not with pride, but with authority. Not with noise, but with clarity. The voices of doubt may still echo, but they no longer define you. You have passed the test of invisibility. And now, heaven is handing you the pen to write the next chapter. Not just for yourself, but for others still hidden, still waiting, still wondering if God sees them too. You are proof that He does. You are the story someone else needs to keep going. You are the light someone else needs to find their way home. You are the breakthrough that was once just a prayer. The hiding was necessary. But it's over now. The world is about to meet the real you. Not the version shaped by fear, but the one forged by fire. The one who didn't quit when it got lonely. The one who praised when it was painful. The one who kept believing when the dream looked dead. And now, resurrection. This is your moment. Not to be elevated by men, but to be released by God. To walk in purpose. To live in freedom. To step into every promise spoken over your life. You were hidden, but never forgotten. You were buried, but only like a seed. And now, you bloom.